Hello coders, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. This is Miski here. In this YouTube tutorial, we're going to be learning how to push a Docker image to Docker Hub using Jenkins. So to do so, we're going to be using a blog that is on codewithbisky.com. So this is the website where you find the blog that we'll be using, and we're going to be using blog number 6. So the topics that we're going to be covering during the course of this tutorial are configuring Docker credentials in Jenkins, creating a simple Dockerized application, which is a Spring Boot application, building a Docker image with Jenkins using a Jenkinsfile, pushing the Docker image to Docker Hub automatically, understanding Jenkins pipeline stages and steps, troubleshooting common issues and errors. As I've said before, in this tutorial, we're going to learn to push a Docker image to Docker Hub using Jenkins, which is a popular automation server that helps streamline the software development and deployment process. The Docker Hub itself, it is a cloud-based registry service that allows you to store and share Docker images with ease. The prerequisites for this tutorial are basic understanding of Docker and containerization, familiarity with Jenkins and its basic concepts, Docker installed on your system or your server, Docker Hub account, or if you don't have one, you can sign in. You must also have Java installed on your machine or your server. So firstly, I'm going to check if Java 17 is installed on my server that I'll be using during the course of this tutorial. So to do so, I'll just type Java here. Okay, this verifies that Java do exist in my server. We can also check the version of Java that we have here. So here I'm going to clear my screen so that it's easier for us to see. So to check the version of Java that exists in my server, I'm going to type Java --version. Okay, so this verifies that Java 17 exists in my server. So the next step that I'm going to do is to update the Java that is available in my server. To do so, I'm going to use the commands that are in our blog. I'm going to use this first command, and just to copy the command and paste it in my clickness here. I'm also going to copy the following commands. Just copy from here. Since we already have Java installed, we are not going to copy this one, which is for installing Java 17. We're going to copy from here. And paste it here. Type yes. Just type yes until it's done. You just click yes until all updates are completed. With these commands, we've managed to install Docker in our server. So to verify if Docker is now available in our server, I'm going to type here Docker. So these are Docker commands which therefore verify that Docker is now available in the server. So I can as well check the groups that have been created in this Docker. To do so, I'm going to use this command, groups. As you can see, we have two groups that are now available, the root and Docker. So the next step is we're going to create Jenkins in the group Docker. So this is the command that you're going to use. Don't mind the sudo here because I'm already a root user. So I'm just going to copy the command from here. And paste it in myself. So I've just created Jenkins in my group Docker. So the next step I'm going to do is to restart the Jenkins. So to restart, I'm going to use this command here. Alright, we are now good to go. The Jenkins has just been started. So we are now moving on to our Jenkins. The first step that we're going to do in our Jenkins is we're going to create a new item on the dashboard. So to do so, I'm going to move to my Jenkins dashboard here. This is my Jenkins dashboard. So in this Jenkins, I'm going to first by creating a new item. So my new item, I'm going to name it according to the block. Here we're told we must name the item Spring Boot Code with this integration. So I'm going to copy this name here and I'm going to paste it in my item here. So after that, we're going to select pipeline as it is indicated in our blog, and then we're going to click OK. So we are done. Now we are on the part of configuring our Jenkins. So to do so, according to our blog, we're now configuring our pipeline. So to do so, we are going to enter the description, which is Jenkins build Docker image and push it to Docker Hub. And thereafter, we're going to mark where it's written OSCM and GitHub trigger for Git's SCM polling. Sorry, we have to copy this description here. And we're going to paste it in our space for description. And thereafter, we're going to mark here and we're going to mark here. After that, as you can see, according to our blog, we have marked all the boxes that we're supposed to mark, and we're going to configure build triggers in our pipeline. So to do so, we're going to use this Jenkins file. This Jenkins file is already working. You only need to do is just to copy the file and paste it in the Jenkins pipeline. So I'm going to copy this file and paste it in my Jenkins pipeline section. here is the pipeline section. In the pipeline section, as we're going to use a pipeline script here, we select pipeline script, which is already selected. Then I'll paste my pipeline script here. Then according to the block here, these are just there to explain each and every section that is available in our pipeline script. You can go through them to understand each and every step and state that is indicated in our pipeline script. So thereafter, we are going to click on pipeline syntax and choose with credentials on sample step. This can be verified with this image here down below. We are going to click pipeline syntax and choose with credentials on sample step. This can be verified by this image down here. So in this process, we're also going to be using a secret text. As you can see, it is highlighted here, and we're going to add our Docker Hub password, and we're going to select Jenkins. So let me go back to my Jenkins and do as instructed by the blog. Here, as you've been instructed, we're going to go to pipeline syntax. Then here on sample step, we're going to be choosing with credentials. Thereafter, we will be using a secret text as you've seen in the blog. Then we're going to click Jenkins so that we can configure our credentials. So here I'm going to leave the domain as it is, and the kind we're going to select secret file since it's the one that we're using. Then for the scope, I'm going to leave it as global. Then for secret, I'm going to use my Docker Hub password, which is the one which is going to allow me to log into the Docker Hub and as well as push my image. So I'm going to copy my password from here. Then I'm going to paste it here. And for the ID, I'm going to use Docker password. And for description is the Docker Hub password. Then I'm going to create on end, click on end. Thereafter, after adding and configuring my credentials, I can now generate my pipeline script. As you can see, I've just clicked on generate pipeline script and the pipeline script is just popped up. So I'm going to copy this pipeline script and paste it in my pipeline on Jenkins. So I've just pasted my pipeline script here. As you can see, this is my pipeline script from the Jenkins credentials provider. So coming back to our blog, after we've done that, we can see there are some commands here that are just explained so that we can understand how they are going to work. This block, which we've just copied, the one with Jenkins credentials, the pipeline script, it allows you to use sensitive credentials securely in your pipeline. In this case, it uses Docker password, credential, and assigns it to the Docker password environment. So in our block, in our pipeline script, you see there is this command sh docker login -u marshal, etc. This step logs in the Docker Hub using the provided username Marshall Chabanga in the Docker password environment variable. Then this following command will then pushes the built Docker image with the specified date to the Docker Hub. So we're going to complete our tutorial by saving. So after saving our configurations, we can now run or build our pipeline. So to do so, I'm going to come here and click on build. As you can see, the build has failed. So I'm going to click on the build so that we can see the history or what could be the cause of this failure. Okay, from this we can see that 2 type Maven does not have an install of Maven 3.8 configured. So to rectify this error, we are going to configure this Maven so that we can have our pipeline to run. So I'm going to copy this step here. I'm going to copy it. Then I'll go to my dashboard and I'll go under Manage Jenkins. This is where I find tools. So I'm going to configure the tool Maven. So here it is Maven. I'm going to say add Maven. Then for the name, I'm going to paste the name that I've copied. As you can see, I've put the name here. Then I'm going to save this. So after I've saved this, I can now go back to my project and try to run it again. So as you can see now, the pipeline is finally run successfully, which means the pipeline has been able to do all the processes like Maven clean, install, build the Docker image, as well as pushing it to Docker Hub. So as you can see in this video, we've managed to push our Docker image to Docker Hub. So what we can do now is we can try and log in our Docker Hub and see if we have our image really pushed to Docker Hub. So I have my Docker Hub here. Okay, as you can see, Spring Boot code with integrations with BISC integration has been pushed to our repository. So this is it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe. Salut, Coders.